Hello friends, in today's lecture you are going to learn how to build mail server on Windows machine. It's super easy and today I am going to use hMailServer. Basically there are couple of software for building mail server on Windows machine and hMailServer is one of them. It's open source and of course it's free of cost. That's why I chose this to demonstrate. So let's get started. Now coming to my computer screen, here you can see I already have prepared one article and the first of all is the requirements for building hMailServer or mail server on Windows machine. So you need a domain name and of course you need a Windows machine. You can buy Windows server from anywhere as long as you have port 25 open. There will not be any issue. But I found one of the provider which is Turnkey Internet. They give you Windows server and basically they don't charge for Windows machine. So I think that would save some money for you. So as here you can see, like if I select this one for order now on this page you have to enter host name. After that you have to select the location and operating system. So now here you can see like they will provide Windows server license for $8 per month. Just in case if you have your own license, then you can simply select like I have my own license, and also you can install Windows 10 Professional. So it will, hMailServer will run on Windows 10 Professional, no problem at all. And after that you have to, let me select this, and then you have to of course select IP address. One IP address is sufficient. I am not going to rotate any IP address here. So next you can make your choices here and then continue and place the order. I already have Windows server ready, so I am not going to show this whole process. So I'm just going to cancel it. Alright, so let's open RDP, so remote desktop connection, and then next you have to put the IP address. So let me get the IP address, I'll paste it here. Then show options, you have to enter the username which will be administrator in this case. Alright, so after that click connect and now it will ask you the password. So let me enter the password. Alright, remember me, okay, and of course you will get this warning message. Just answer yes and you will be able to connect to your remote server. Alright, so now this is my remote server, and in this what I am going to do first, if you are following this article, then I am going to test whether port 25 is open or not. Otherwise the whole hard work will go waste. So let's do that. For that, what you have to do, if you are on Windows server, then you have to go to server manager, which is usually here. You can see server manager, and then go to add roles and features, and then go to server selection. Once you are on server selection tab, there will be additional options appearing. So next go to features, and then here you have to look for telnet. So now here you can see telnet client, just check this box, and next again here now click on install and it will install the telnet. So after the installation of telnet, we are going to test whether port 25 is open or not on this server using telnet. So let's wait for this feature to get installed. In the meantime, let's open command prompt cmd. Alright, now you can see the installation is successful. I'll close this and Now here I'll type telnet smtp.gmail.com. okay, so they are getting typed in capital letter, doesn't matter, 25. So now you can see I am connected to Gmail server. So this means that port 25 is open on my Windows server. That's how you test whether port 25 is open or not on your Windows server. On Windows 10 it's a little different, but I'll show you right now. And just in case if you are not getting this message like 220 and this thing, then this means that port 25 is not open and hMailServer will not work. Alright, so let me close this window and let me go back to my Windows 10 machine. And here you have to go to control panel. So let me open control panel. Alright, now here you have to select Windows features. Basically search search Windows features. Alright, so after you have typed Windows features, you will get turn Windows features on or off, and now here you have to look for telnet, and here you can see telnet. Basically I have installed telnet on Windows 10, therefore you can see this box is already checked. So what you have to do is to check this box, click on OK, and then again that installation of telnet will start. And of course after that, if you go on your Windows machine and type cmd and type telnet smtp.gmail.com and port 25, and then you will see this message connecting. Basically my ISP doesn't allow port 25. They have blocked port 25, so I am not able to connect anyhow. So this is the message you will be getting if your port 25 is not open. It's connecting and nothing will happen. Alright, so let's cancel this one and go back to the tutorial. And after you have done the test with command prompt, next step is to install, getting and installing hMailServer. So first of all, we need to get this hMailServer on my Windows server. So what I am going to do is to open the only browser, which is Internet Explorer in this case, and I'll ask me later here, and I am going to install Mozilla. So I'll search for Mozilla. Alright, so let's download it. Yeah, sometimes you will get this pop-up in some of the Windows server, like Internet Explorer asking for permission, like whether you want to access some URL or not. So all you need to do is to answer yes and allow that URL, and only after that you will able to access some URL. That is basically added security features in Windows server. Alright, so after you have downloaded any browser, and also you can do it from this Internet Explorer as well, so it's your choice. Now I am going to search hMailServer. Okay, yeah. Alright, so now here you can go to download and then download. Here you have two versions, that is one is latest and another is beta. So just download the latest one, save a file. It's super easy to set up, no brainer at all. Click next and accept the agreement, install it, and use built-in database engine. Alright, next, and then here you have to enter your password. Basically every time hMailServer will start, it will ask you for the password, so you have to remember this password. So let's type here and then click next. Alright, next. Now it will tell you something that it need additional package, and you have to answer yes. It will download the package for you. And all right, okay, run hMailServer. Okay, it is saying that the following features couldn't be installed. Windows. Okay, so now here you see, like, I have one problem, that I need .NET Framework 3.5 and it couldn't be installed from here. So what I have to do is to go to again to Server Manager and then add roles and features, then server selection, features, and here you have to look for .NET 3.5. okay, it's on the top. Alright, so next install, and this will install the .NET Framework 3.5, and after that we are going to set up hMailServer. So let's wait for this installation to finish. Okay, this installation of .NET Framework is taking quite some time. So what I am going to do is to walk you through the tutorial, this written tutorial. So after you have downloaded hMailServer and installed it on your Windows machine, next step is to add a domain name. So you can do it something like this, and then you have to create accounts, and next you have to generate and add Dkm key on hMailServer. Alright, so after you have I downloaded any of these two Dkm generator, you can utilize them to generate Dkm key, and these are the commands basically you have to run in command prompt. And after that you have to configure the DNS records, and at last you have to do the testing. And for testing I'll be using Mozilla Thunderbird. So what I am going to do is to, okay, now installation is complete here, so I am going to close this window and okay, let me try installing hMailServer once again. Next I accept. Alright, alright, so installation went successfully, and finish this, and now you have to click connect, but you will get this error. The reason why you got this error, because I tried to install hMailServer before installation of .NET Framework. So what I have to do is to uninstall it first. Basically I have to uninstall it completely, then I'll again install the hMailServer. So let's go and uninstall the program. Basically I am showing you all the steps, so just in case if you have any issue you can solve it yourself. And obviously if still you have any issues, you can go to inGuide forum where you can post your questions and I'll be happy to answer. So I think, yeah, here it is hMailServer. So let's delete this and let's run the installation once again. Alright, type the password, create password. Alright, so now this hMailServer is ready to start. Click connect and it will ask you password. Alright, so this is the first look, and today I am going to use domain in learn.in. So I'll click on add domain. I'll type domain here in learn.in, then save it. Alright, so next click on accounts, add one account, and I'll create one account with name John, and here password. So I'll type the password. Alright, after that click save, and you see one new user has been created. Alright, so next I am going to go to domains and obviously select this, and I'll go on Dkm Signing. So you know Dkm Signing is very important to deliver your emails to inbox. Unless you do that, your emails won't go to inbox. So what you have to do here on this machine, you have to go to inguide.in and then go to blog. Okay, so my article is not yet appeared there for some reason. It's a Cloudflare thing because they are little slow to publish the new article. Anyway, so go to this article and here you will find download link. So here you can go to, like if you have 64-bit computer, you can go and simply download the 64-bit DKIM generator. So once you have downloaded it, alright, it already opened here, and double click on this executable file and install it on your computer. Alright, so after installation, obviously if you like to donate it, otherwise you can simply finish it. That donation will go to OpenSSL, and that donation is not coming to me obviously. Alright, so next step is to go to command prompt. So let's go to command prompt once again, type cmd, and then you have to go to this location. Basically this is the location where this program is installed and its executable file or bin file is there. Alright, so next copy this line and execute it. Very well, and then next line. Alright, so now DKIM private and public files are generated at this location. So I am just going to this location. Also you can see here your output will be something like this, and same output you can see here like I have mentioned in the tutorial as well. So let's go to this location, and for that all you need to go to this address bar, and here you have to enter that one, and again go to bin. Alright, now here you can see you have two keys, one is private key and one is public key. So what I am going to do is to point this private key location in hMailServer, and public key I will be using on domain, basically to create DKIM records. Alright, so next step is to go to hMailServer, Dkm Signing, enabled, yes, and then locate the private key file. Okay, let's copy this location from here. No need to apply brain. Alright, so now here you can select DKIM private key, and then here you have to enter the selector. Basically you can enter any alphanumeric selector, but here I am going to enter mail. So I'll type mail, and then you have couple of options to select. You can make your selection or simply click on save. Alright, so now your DKIM key is set. It's time to head towards Namecheap and make these entries. Basically you have to create these records. So let's go to Namecheap, and then obviously first record will be a record. Let me delete old records. Alright, so here you have to type @ and in the IP address you have to type the IP address of your Windows server. Just in case if you don't want to use your main website or main domain pointing to your Windows server, or you don't want to use main domain for mailing purpose, obviously you can type mail here, or it's just a host that you have to enter in the reverse DNS part. So you have to just make sure that I am going to use mail here, and then after that I'll type the value save it, and then I am going to create a few text records. So yeah, let me get to this article. Okay, so next one is Spf Record. So at the rate, and then now here you have to copy the IP address, paste it. Alright, so next step is to create next text record, and this time I'm going to create Dmarc. Alright, so okay, so if you don't have these email addresses, you can simply enter p equal to none, and if you have those email addresses, then obviously you should make entry to that, and then add new text record once again, and this time remember mail is the selector, so I am going to type it here. And now let me get back to the Windows server, and the location of the public key. Okay, open it in Notepad, it will open up. Okay, Notepad, okay, and now copy. This is your public key. Alright, let's paste it here, but before that you have to enter something, and that is this part. So let's copy it from here and then paste it, save it. Alright, so after okay, this is not okay, let's just okay. Now after you have done this thing, your hMailServer is ready and it's time to test. So let's go to Windows server and download Thunderbird or Outlook, whatever you like, and then okay, I'll download this Thunderbird is free, so I'll download it. Obviously if you download Outlook, then you need to have license for that, otherwise you won't be able to use Outlook. Alright, so next install this Mozilla Thunderbird and wait for installation to complete. Let's launch it. Okay, so now here you have to type your name and then next email address john@inlearn.in. Alright, and then the password, and next here click on configure manually. Alright, so now here your server is basically localhost, so you have to type localhost here. Alright, next you can leave port to auto and everything as it is, and then click retest. As you can see, these details are already filled, like port for IMAP it's 143, it's already filled, and for SMTP 587 already filled. Then click on done. You will get this warning, I understand the risk, done. Alright, next step is to do the testing. Here I'll go to write, and inside that I'll type my Gmail ID. Alright, next I'll also include Yahoo ID. Alright, and I'll include Hotmail ID or Outlook ID. Alright, so next in subject welcome to new email server. Alright, so this is the test mail. Fine, send it now. Alright, so now mail has been sent out. It's time to go to the mail and let's wait for it to receive. Alright, so now you can see that I have received it in inbox, and let's check it in Yahoo. once again, and in Outlook. Okay, I have not received any email in Outlook. Obviously this was expected because Outlook blacklist all the IPs in subnet if any single IP in that subnet found to be spamming Outlook. So this was obviously expected, no big issue. You can see I have received this message from Mailer Demon, and it says remote server replied, unfortunately message was sent, please contact your service provider since part of their network is in our block list. So if you want to learn more, then you have to go to this URL, and you can see the SMTP error code here. And in order to deliver emails to Outlook, you have to contact them, these Outlook people, and you have to basically tell them that you are not a spammer and you will not be spamming. Then only your single IP they will whitelist, and after that you will able to send email, and that emails will get delivered to inbox or spam depending on what you are sending. Obviously merely getting whitelisted in Outlook doesn't mean that your all emails will go directly into inbox of Outlook. So that's how you set up email server on Windows machine, and there is still more to learn about this hMailServer because there are still lots of settings. Like in protocols you can change SMTP settings, POP3 settings, IMAP settings, and again here if you go in anti-spam, you can see DNS blacklists and many other things. Further in advanced, you can use SSL certificates, you can have like IP ranges that you can use more than one IP, and again in further you have like you can manage your server messages that can be used for getting notifications, and again TCP IP ports you can also change this, and then utility you can have like backup MX queries, and there were lots of things you can do with hMailServer. It's fully feature loaded. So for this video I am stopping here, and let me know what new features you want to learn in hMailServer, and I'll make video on that. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.